Welcome everyone
to our Youth Week 2021 podcast series. Today we're going to talk about what is your utopia. So asking each other kind of what is the change you want to see in the community and how we as young people can make that change. You already know who we are. I'm Karah, that's Lizzi. Would you guys like to go around and just introduce yourself?
My name's Justin Bayliss. I'm from Sydney. My family comes from La Perouse. Originally from the south coast and Narrabri. 25, and it's a pleasure to be here. Honoured.
Yeah, my name's Karl Kelly. I'm 24. Family's from the south coast and northwest New South Wales, but I was born and raised in Sydney, a place called La Perouse, and yeah.
My name's Jack Cook. I'm from Eora in Ewan. I'm born in Gadigal, raised in Bidjigal. My father's from Bidjigal, my mother's from Gadigal and Biripi. And I'm 24, turning 25, and yeah, here I am, and thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you all for being here today.
So before we get started, it's a tradition in our youth advocate meetings that Lizzie starts our meetings with a joke. One of her dad jokes, I should say. So we thought we would start with that.
Okay, so why doesn't the Queen wave with this hand?
Why?
My hand.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
This is original.
Yeah.
That joke for sure.
I want to start by asking, why did you want to be a part of this project?
I think as clients of Weave, we think about this stuff a lot. We're a part of this stuff. We've do a great job at togetherness, which is what the theme is of this, So we just want to put our input on how we can create more togetherness in other communities or, other places and stuff like that for other people.
A lot similar to what Justin said, is bringing community together, strengthening our communities, our kids, strengthening ourselves to be leaders, to learn respect, to teach kids to learn respect, and to share that on to their kids in the future.
Yeah, pretty spot on. It's like, I want to put our impact on the younger generation, because that's what we're young as well, but we got a little bit of knowledge, and we want to put a bit of impact to the younger ones, so put them in the right path, and togetherness, and just be all supportive and all about positivity and all that stuff, So yeah, that's why I'm here. We all got a story, and I want to put my story to make an impact on others, and probably my own family, my cousins that's going through a lot, or other people, So yeah.
What change do you guys kind of want to see in the world or even just in your community? Anyone can start.
I think, just more togetherness, community growth. There's a lot of people in positions and stuff like that, and there's not really, I'm sort of not seeing too much community growth at the moment. Not a lot of inclusiveness. Certain people not getting a go at certain things that other people are, and that's not how you create community growth. And it's, if we want to strive and achieve things, make our community a better place and make better people for future generations, then that's what we need to do.
Yeah, exactly. Because one can't just make it on its own. You need a whole community with you. More the whole community is with you. You can only go so far as strive to their own greatness of that community. And I've seen some other communities that's success with that. All togetherness, and we need a whole community. Because togetherness is this strong, this power, it's strength. And it's all communication, what I want to see in my own community, communication, more positivity, and more away from the normal lifestyle that we are living right now, you know, with drugs and alcohol and, you know, just bad treatment and what, you know, stereotype and type of thing, you know what I mean, with our communities and that. And that's what I want to have in my own community, you know, communication and more positivity and just be there more of each other, more understanding, you know. So that's what I want to bring out in my own community. Yeah.
What change would you say you'd want, Karl?
Probably the health of the community itself, strengthening our health, our physical health, our mental health, our spiritual health, and dealing with our emotions, or getting taught how to deal with our emotions a little bit better. And that's what I'd like to say.
Sometimes thinking about the change we want to see in the world is overwhelming. We can feel helpless, so we want to bring it in a little, because change can start with the smallest of actions. Before everyone sat down today, we asked to pick 2 cards that reflect some of the strengths. So we want to ask you, how might we be able to use those strengths, or how are we already using those strengths to bring about change you want to see in your community?
So I picked 4. I'm just going to stick with 2 at the moment. But yeah, 2 out of these, I guess, being respectful and being reflective. Respectful is pretty much self-explanatory, the word. And I think the best form of receiving a good feeling is to give. And I think the best way to give is to give it through respect in many different ways. And also be reflective and reflect on yourself and things that you can fix within yourself, because I don't believe you can fix anyone else unless you fix yourself. Yeah,
I've also got 3, but I'll just stick with 2. Mine's just caring and non-judgmental. So I think these 2 go hand in hand, you know. If you're able to not judge someone, you're then able to care for someone as well, you know. Just because someone is, you know, maybe different, or, you know, maybe on drugs or something like that, you know. They shouldn't be judged because they need to be cared for as well. You know, something's obviously happened to them before in their life, you know, and maybe if someone just didn't judge them for once and showed a little bit of compassion and cared for them.
Way.
Yeah, that's right, you know, it would maybe kickstart something in them, fire in their belly. So.
Yeah, I picked 3, so I'm just going to do the whole 3. I've done loving. Well, I've always been a lovable person. Like, I've always been that loving person. My heart's bigger than my body. I've got time for everyone, no matter who you are, where you come from. I've got time for you anytime. I don't need to feel your pain. I can just listen to you. I'm always there for you, and I'm a loving person. And yeah, but we came from camp. You know, it's in everything about me. Positivity is just up more, you know, boosted. It's like from all that learning, and it was emotional, intense camp for me too, you know, and I learned a lot, and all these things, like I'm confident now, like with all this here, I'll be mucking up all the time. I'll be, you know, just don't know what to talk about, you know, but with the confidence, you know, I'm talking more, I'm more sociable, I'm smiling more, you know, I'm talking more, like with people, with strangers, you know what I mean? And we're focused. That's probably the main thing. We're more focused. You know, I'm in the gym now. I'm like more twice a day, 2 hours a day, 2 hours a session, every day, 6 days a week. Basketball, more focused in that game. And I'm more focused on making a change, not just for myself love, but for the people around me, my family, my day ones here, and my community. You know, that's what I really want to do. That's why I like with all these people, other people in my own community saying, "Oh, you've changed a lot." You know, I went from 140 kilos to 100. You know, and you know that was just from eating good and just, you know, staying focused. But when I came back from camp, I'm more focused. I'm more consistent. I'm more, you know, I'm more loving and confident. You know, everything that just boosted. And people are coming up to me and say, "How do you do it? How do you do it?" It's just it's just you got to take that first step, you know. When I was a little kid, I used to tell myself before a basketball game, you got to make the little steps to make the big move, you know what I mean? So I just done that, then bang, I got the big move. The big move hasn't come to me yet. I'm just doing these little steps, and they may look big to other people, but it's not. Like, there's a big move coming, and yeah, that's how I looked at life, basically, just a basketball game. As soon as I started doing that, bang, I'm winning now. I'm like winning, coming from, you know, suicide, try to commit suicide a lot of times, depression in high school and 2 years ago. You know, I still live with it. I still live with the things, like the flashbacks, but, you know, I thrive on that because that's my setbacks. I thrive on that because I'm going to come back just as hard, you know? And that's me being me. I just want that, like, I just want people to look at that me as, you know, inspiration, and that's what I think I'm doing right by my community, you know, and I think that's already been happening already. So, yeah, that's my 3 things about me. So, yeah.
Thank you guys for sharing. Before we wrap up, I just want to hear 1 or 2 more people, or all of you. If you could say one message to a person in power, what would you say?
Stop being so greedy. Share. Learn to stop trying to look for self-satisfaction and help others to empower themselves so they can empower more. Sharing.
Be more understanding. Stop being everything's be more materialistic. It ain't gonna last, you know. Having no heart, and that, you know, you got a lot of power. You know, money's power, but not really. It's your heart. It's your knowledge. It's your love. Love was the real power is. You know what I mean? And you got to have more of an understanding of people that is struggling. Where you just sitting in a mansion, and just, or somewhere big fancy and that, you know, there's someone there on that street, homeless person. They're more powerful than you, because you know why? Because they got more heart, more caring and all that. That's power. And, you know, they just need to understand that, you know, we just need to help each other, not just black people, but black, white, the human race. All of us need to help each other out, you know. Or there's bigger things happening than just what racism. There's bigger things happening, just trying to be better than everyone else, you know what I mean? There's bigger things what us human races need to, you know, focus on around the world and in this country, you know. So that's my message to the big people up there.
I think mine is just stop, you know, promoting your own self-growth in a way. I mean, not promoting it, but stop using your job to, you know, gain more wealth and stuff for yourself. You know, look at the community. Look at Mother Earth, for instance. You know, all these floods, all these things that are happening. You know, it's happening for a reason. Like Karl said, you know, stop being greedy. You know, there's people out there that need things, and you know, the poor, the rich.
No man should have money in their bank or millions of dollars when there's kids that can't even afford to eat, or that are going to die tonight or right now, you know. That's the sad thing about it, is that the people on top are so evil. It's like it's purposely done. Wealth is what, 5% or 1% of the world, like the people on top. One of them people could feed the whole world if they wanted to for life, but they choose not to. So, and that's the way, the system isn't broken either. That's the way it was designed in the first place. Unfortunately, through the power of money, it's something we can't change. We can only change within ourselves or our own communities, or start at our own households, you know, build our own kids up. But yeah, I think we're never going to change them people on top. We can voice our opinion as much as we want. Our people have been protesting for so many different things, and how far have we really got? Only people that's uplifted us is ourselves, through our own wealth, our own spirit. But yeah.
It has been so inspiring to speak with you all today. We've spoken about so much.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for showing up today and sharing your guys' voice, your stories and your wisdom. And tune in tomorrow for the next episode.